So we've gone back in the archives here, way back, found Meat Hook and decided, hey, let's add a few new things, but also play cards that we just played in our previous league, such as Bitter Blossom. And we kind of came up with this. So the general idea is that you are a control deck that builds up a board with a bunch of little creatures, and hopefully you get to board wipe with a Meat Hook and clear it, but also do the rest of the remaining damage that you need. Got some Blood Moons, Void Walkers, Damnation, Thoughtseize, Inquisition, a couple Chalice, Pithy Needles, and K commands to round it out. Let's do it. Let's do it. Uh-oh, do I have? I do. Whew. I have tickets. Let's go. Let's go. Gonna play some red-black Rakdos. That's definitely in our wheelhouse. Gets me a chance to play Chandra Acolyte. We got a Squee in there for those Squee people that love that. Gotta play a Damnation. We got it all going on in here. Got it all. We need more than one land. I said more than one land. Mulligan again. All right. I guess I can take this. Let's steal 2 cards and then try to hit him with the Rabble Master. Maybe remove something that's gonna, remove our Rabble Master. Wow, this isn't good. All right. Take the lightning bolt here. Creativity is gonna be interesting. I could have a lot of blockers for this matchup. Could. Might not. That is a card they did not have in hand. All right. So we don't have double black, but we have double red. Let's go ahead and grab a mountain here. Play Bitter Blossom to get this churning, and pass turn I'll probably be killing the Teferi. I imagine this will get Prismatic Ending. And then Rabble Master and hope they just don't have much for the creativity. That probably will. Maybe I have to Thoughtseize the creativity. Oh, they went with Tapland. Oh, they top deck Binding. Never mind. I was going to say the Bitter Blossom gets to go off here once, but that's just not going to happen. That's just silly. I'm going to force my opponent to interact with the Rabble Master, and then I will Thoughtseize creativity. This doesn't feel very good, though, because I think they just Prismatic Ending the Rabble Master, and then they're going to have an active Teferi. But I don't know what else I'm supposed to really do here. I'm going to have a Goblin token. They're going to get to bounce it with Teferi. Okay, I get to steal both things. That definitely changes stuff a little bit. I'm hurting a little bit, but maybe if I could top deck Squee, Rabble Master, Chandra, one of my more powerful 3-drops, maybe we get back in this. Maybe. I'm gonna hold that Terminate. I'll trade here. Are we back on Squee? We were never on Squee. We just put it in for the crowd to enjoy. Land drop. It's 14 all. We're just gonna fight back and forth with the 1/1s. I think I still hold on to this. Tap land, attack for 1. Pass turn. Hope they go for creativity and I get to terminate the dwarf in response to creativity. I want it in response, but I guess if they make a second one, I just have to kill one just to get this out of my hand. This is not the time to flood out. I would like a spell, please. Oh, running 6 is not good to see here. Run 6 picks up a land. Now they have a bunch of dwarfs here. Not good. Now they can block. We'll fetch to get a card out of my deck, but this is not looking good. A Dreadbore wouldn't be the worst. Bolt is not enough. But I can attack. Maybe I attack Run 6 if they let this through somehow. I could then Bolt Run 6. That's something. I'll take that. They still creativity for 2, and I'm kind of just disappointed. Uh-oh. Second dwarf. Here we go. Creativity. Yep. Luckily, I kill one of these, and they only get one draw. But if I don't find basically another way to get rid of this Archon, I'm dead on the swing. Need to terminate Dreadbore. I think that's the only things I have left. Definitely not an Eidolon. Definitely not an Eidolon. All right, Blood Moons do have value in this matchup. Okay, Command is a little bit weaker. Meat Hook's probably not going to get there. Thoughtseize. Could Pithy Needle. Bitter Blossom's okay. If I do the Bitter Blossom, I wonder if I'm supposed to leave one Meat Hook in. Race, race, race. Filter, filter, remove. Make things rough for them with the Blood Moon. If I take the or the Meat Hook out, I don't have to get the Stubble Swamp, which is kind of nice. The Needle does feel pretty good, but my opponent has Prismaris and other stuff that gets rid of the Needle. I'd almost just rather, like, because I'm on the play, try the Inquisition and then maybe the Pithy Needle on the draw. Needles definitely has a place, but there's a lot of ways they get rid of Needle. All right. Well, we know what we're doing. We know what we're doing. This is the only card we should be playing. Every night I try to play something a little bit different without Blood Moon. And realistically, we should just be playing this Blood Moon every single time. Every single time. All right, Xander's Lounge here. Going to play the Bloodstained Mire here, past turn. I could have had double black, leading with Bloodstained Mire. We'll hide this, though. Oh, yeah. We're in a good spot. We're in a good spot. We can still do it with the Prismatic now. We can still get double black. I don't need it, but I'll go ahead and get it because we have the ability to do it. All right, opponent. Good luck with your Blood Moon. No, Spell Pierce. No, maybe I should have checked. Should have checked. Crap. We're dying now. We're dying. Blood Moon again. Poor Fluffy. Poor Fluffy. Creativity, Lightning Bolt, Teferi, Teferi. Let's take the creativity and we'll hold on to Dreadbore here because of that hand. Ooh. Oh. Oh. We can do it again. We got this. No, they got a land. They have blue over here. They can make white. Now they can put Teferi down. I guess lucky for us, they can't do anything after this. What are they going to do? Protect Teferi? Ha! Bounce something. Yeah! We win! At least I think we win. Attack Teferi. Play Blood Moon. Even if they Lightning Bolt there, it's a pretty easy just let it go, and we'll get to it later. Blood Moon resolves. Good luck, opponent. Let's see if we can win this one. Ooh, they played a Fable. Pretty good. Pretty good. Ah. I'm going to try to hold on to my Fury for later. Maybe I'll get to Fable Eidolon next turn. Looks like they're going to bolt. Save the life total arc on Teferi. We can beat this. We're going to be going to game 3. I've got a good feeling about this. Cycles a Triome. Picks up a Steam Vents. We find a land, which means that we can Fable plus Eidolon here. Let's move this out of the way. We don't need to worry about those 2 cards. Oh, they got rid of Archon and Teferi. My bad. So yes, we don't need to. They pitched them with Fable. All right, Reflections is in play. That card really doesn't bother me, but I could definitely Fury it away if I wanted to. This is an easy nope. Cast Fury, hold on to Bolt, remove this, attack for 2, 13, 17. All driver's seat. Let's go to game 3, opponent. You can hit that concede button. You can hit the concede button, opponent. I believe in you. There we go. All right. Ooh, Rabble Master, Fable flips, Seasoned Pyromancer in the yard. Blood Moon doing its thing. Yeah, I'm feeling like these Pithy Needles are maybe here, and that's about all I want to bring in. Eidolon puts pressure on my opponent. I can see Acolyte being a little bit weaker here on the draw. Can we do a Pithy Needle? What would that come in for? Bitter Blossom, because it's slower on the draw here. Try to hit Renin 6, try to hit something else. Yeah, I could do this. I could do this. Let's do this. All right. Cape, we know what's up. We know what we're trying to do. Opponent mulls to 6. I'm waiting for someone to be like, you should have Ragavan in this list. Then we might as well play the scam stuff with Blood Moon. All right, Scalding Tarn for them. Grim Initiate in this list. All right, I don't think they'll expect the Bitter Blossom. This should be fun. Opponent's got that good old Triome. I think I am pretty in the clear to just fetch for basic Swamp here. Again, I don't need 2 of them, though, so maybe I don't. Maybe I just do because they know it's a possibility. I don't know. I don't know if there's a right or wrong here. Spell Pierce that. Cool. What would be really cool is if they played Teferi thinking, okay, I'll just bounce the Blood Moon. Oh, they didn't have a play. Oh, in that case, Let's do this instead. Let's play Fable here. I have a feeling they have like another counter. They got like prismatic or what binding or whatever. Okay, they bolt there. And I can get rid of some of these lands. Man, missing there though. Maybe I can find a Thoughtseize. There's a Pithing Needle. Discard 2 things. There we go. I found the Inquisition. We're good. We're good now. Nature's Claim, Creativity, Fable, to fairy. There's no green. So I just take the Fable here. Make it stick, yeah. Inquisition to make it stick. Blood Moon got it done. Blood Moon got it done. No problems there. On we go. We're back. We had a bad League 1 of the night. League 2's looking real good. Looking really good. I think this list is just strong. It has strong core elements to it. Red-black is a very strong reactive. It's trimmed down Grixis, it's trimmed down Jund. You know, it's getting rid of the greens, getting rid of the blues. You just have 2 colors. Solid. Especially when Blood Moon can really impact your opponents. All right, we're 1-0. Opponent's 2-1. We have a hand that does a lot of things. Thoughtseize into Eidolon here. Into Rabble or Fable. That'll be good. Opponent mulls to 5. We're about to Thoughtseize him too. Look at this one. Thought Scour. Woo, what an avatar. Opponent mulls to 4. When I go to Thoughtseize here, they might concede immediately. And if they do that, I might only bring Blood Moon in. All right. Well, and if I would have brought Blood Moon in, it would be great. Let's see if we can beat an Urza Saga. Shall we? Shall we? K-Command's a pretty good card into it. Not gonna lie. We are gonna be doing everybody some damage here, though, due to Eidolon. Okay. Bolt's a good card here, too. Let's yield to Eidolon's trigger, Rabble Master into play, Urza Saga, and a Gardens for filtering on my opponent's side. My opponent feels like they've seen me in Twitch chat, but not asking me if I'm streaming. I like this opponent. Down to 17, attack with the Rabble Master token Eidolon here. The most my opponent really can do here is make something. They will have a amulet here, but I'm going to K-command that this coming turn as long as they don't just go busty here. Has another Vigor here and does the Simic Growth Chamber. Can tap for 4. Question is, can they do anything with that 4? They can use 3 of it. Do they have like a Zusa here? Plays Explore, takes damage, can replay here, and then has 6. Oh, snap. That's not good. Do they have the Titan, though? I'm at 12. If they have Titan, they kill me. Plays Forest. Just a basic Forest. This K-Command is going to be lethal, I think. Let's fetch basic, because we don't want to take too much damage here. I'm going to cast to discard and destroy. I could do 2 damage. Hold on. Let's go in for shoot the attacks. Well, I clicked through that. That was fun. All right, let's do discard and destroy artifact. Now, I might have goofed that up. I would have attacked for an additional 2, 4, 5, 6. Put them to 7, 6, 5. I could put them to 2 with the lightning bolt, which makes anything small played lethal. But I think we'll be okay with having goof there, but K command taking care of the vigor. We'll be okay. I just don't want to tap through it here this time. Okay. There we go. Did it right this time. Why did I click through that? Because I tapped one quick too many clicks. That's why. All right, Blood Moons come in, K commands come in. Chalice is a maybe. Thoughtseize and Inquisition are possibilities here as well. Meat Hook goes out here, although you could get a lot of creatures and kill them that way. Dirtboar's okay. Bitter Blossom's too slow here if I'm taking Meat Hook out. Chandra Acolyte can come out. I like everything else. I'm wondering if I just take 1 Fable out or 1 Seasoned Pyromancer just because it's like they're both just like, they're all right. I think that's probably okay. Pithing Needle for anything else? Nah, I think I'm good. Clicking through is just strictly a mistake, though. This hand can be improved. This hand can be improved. Let's mulligan this. I say that. Maybe K command's enough. Maybe K command is enough. Then I Fury something and then attack. All right. I prefer like an Inquisition or Thoughtseize here being on the draw, or to at least see a Blood Moon in my hand, but maybe this is enough. I don't know, this feels like a little bit of a, not a weak keep, but like not a great keep. All right, Prismatic Vista can fetch for a bolt target in case we see something we need to kill. Okay, is there an Urza's Saga? Nothing too crazy so far from my opponent. Just pass turn here. Obviously, the Saga gets the amulet. It's a skeep, sketchy keep. Not a sneep, it's a skeep. I like that. I'll let you all debate skeeps and sneeps. You know what we just need to rip off the top here is a Blood Moon. I don't think it's there. But that would be cool. All right, bonus K command here. I think we just fetch basic swamp and we don't do anything, so I can interact with the amulet. Because the amulet to me is going to be very important to work with here. And I get to kill one of these constructs as well. It's 2 shut down for a debate. All right, opponent just floats mana here. Gets an amulet. Let's see how bad this is going to be. We're destroying another amulet. Well, let's do 2 damage and destroy an artifact. Artifact to destroy 2 damage. And then I can do this again, which is a little unusual that I get to kill 2 amulets, but killing 1 here is a good start. Opponent's got 4 mana. Do we have like a Dryad or an Azusa? We have Azusa. That's rough. Then we make 5 mana here. Because that's additional 1. This is additional 2. I think it's only 5, right? I should have mulled. I'm doing okay. Like, I can kill all of what's on the board here. And if that Simic Growth Chamber is the only thing they have to play right now, they might hold it right this turn. So K Command can kill Azusa plus Amulet here. Yeah, see, they held it. They held it. So I can kill pretty much everything here. So let's do this for 2 damage, destroy artifact. Artifact 2 damage here, pitch fury to bolt, kill both of these, have 2 goblins to follow this up, and then just slam my opponent to death. I actually think we're in an okay spot here. 2 and 2. Simic Growth Chamber is going to just bounce something, then I'm going to play Rabble Master, then Squee. I mean, that seems pretty fast. Growth Chamber bounces. Maybe Beseiju here. That would make the most sense. They do. All right. Rabble Master potentially here. We should win very quickly here. This is the way we like it. Can they beat me in 2 turns? And if I draw a land here, I go Rabble Squee and it's game over, right? It's just game over. Teleria West sideways. Opponent has 3 mana, a Simic Growth Chamber in hand. I top deck. An Inquisition. We'll go ahead and peek at what's going on over there. What else you got going on, opponent? Simic Growth Chamber and some stuff. Some stuff. Packs in response. All right. I don't think that's enough, though. Not when I play Rabble Master after this, right? I play Rabble Master. They get Prime Time, but I don't think they can play Prime Time here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, Slaughter Pact. Engineered. Beseiju. Wow. Interesting stuff. Engineered Explosives is what I need to take here. Play an additional Rabble Master. Now I can hit the cool F6 button all the way. Goblins do attack. I wonder if they Slaughter Pact here at all. You know, just lose the game. Even if they got an amulet here, they need the... I know Summer Pact happens. I mean, I'm just going to follow this up with Squee and crunch in for, like, max damage. They're just dead. They're not going to live. Oh my gosh, they have Rot Farm. They can pay for this now. Oh, shoot. They can pay for Slaughter Pact. It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter because we're bringing the Monarch. But they have the ability to pay for it now. We got there. Oh my gosh, and we had Blood Moon to follow it up. So they're going to play Beseiju probably. Oh, they were going to die. All right, we're 2-0. Taking down a little bit of Amulet Titan there. We are well equipped to deal with them with a bunch of K commands and Blood Moon. Plus a fast clock to follow it up. 2 matches down. Let's get this third one going here. Playing some Massacre tokens in Modern. And it's going well so far. It's going well so far. Blew out someone's ear. Pow. GG easy. That sounds like a sign that you would hold up. Sounds like a sign you would hold up, Last God. I didn't know you watched you're a fan. Uh-oh. Contra Ego is 4-0. And we are 2-0. D20, thank you so much. This is a fun list. All right. Oh, they wish me good luck, have fun. I just said you too. You too. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm good with a shock. I'm probably going to be shocking anyway. We'll start with Inquisition. Spell Pierce, Portable Hole, Goblin Engineer. Okay, Thopter combo. I hate that there's a Spell Pierce here, but I guess that's okay. Yeah, I think I gotta take the Engineer here. Definitely feels like a Thopter combo, though. Easy take. It's still worth a thought. I mean, we got to remember, thought sees bugs and all that. I'm gonna Blood Crypt. I was going to do something else, and I've changed my mind. I'm gonna try to thought seize away the Portable Hole. I have a feeling this just gets spell pierced. I changed my mind halfway through. It's not great. I was thinking about playing Eidolon, and I was like, no, because then Portable Hole is going to grab the Eidolon. So instead, we're going to play Eidolon this coming turn. And maybe the Portable Hole will just play it on the Eidolon, then I get the Bitter Blossom. Because I think the Bitter Blossom is better here. This is definitely going to be an interesting game, I think. All right, they take the 2. I'll just keep fetching. Non-basics are totally fine here. We'll bring in Blood Moon next turn. Next game. Bitter Blossom Bolt, another land for Furies, not bad. Gonna just keep fetching these because I just don't want lands. Easy Bitter Blossom here, and now we're off to the races. All right, opponent. Had to play the land there too in case they had a Spell Pierce. Bolt speeds us up, and playing Fury gets rid of some of the pesky 4-drops that they could have. And I wonder if I'm supposed to wait for the pesky 4-drop or if I'm supposed to slam Fury and try to win the game. I wonder. It's tough. I prefer to play Fury and kill something. I could kill that. It's something. It's not a lot. I mean, it's an option. There's better things. Oh, Portable Hole number 2. Yeah, but I like attacking with the Fury too, right? I'm surprised they didn't fetch and do Portable Hole there. Oh, now I have Dreadbore. We're good. We're getting Fury in. We're good. Let's go. Let's get this game done. Oh shoot, what do they have? Oh shoot, I spoke too soon. Blue. Oh my gosh, I got rebuked. Ugh. Forget about that card all the time. All right. Bitter Blossom's gone here. We're obviously going to kill the Smith here with our Bolt now. I assume they're going to hook up Shadow Spear. Is this turn? No. All right. Well, do your thing, opponent. Not going to block, so I have a 1/1 that can at least attack here. Plan is Bolt. Uh-oh. Maybe K-Command off the top. Come on, K-Command. Nope. Remove. Attack 1. Pass turn. Yeah, Blossom's not going to grind it out. I'm a little nervous about Saga, Urza Artificier now, since they have the Thopter in play. They don't have the sword, though. Another Thopter Foundry. This 1/1 is going to go the distance. Please stop flooding. Please. Attack for 1. Pass turn. Oh no. Sacks a Thopter Foundry to make a Thopter token. Equips the Shadow Spear. Plays land. We're just both flooding out. Tax me for 2. 10 to 16. 10 to 18. Oh. Oh. Well, I guess I hold this for the time being. Ironically, this Marsh Flats doesn't actually hit anything. Just saying. I only have 2 mountains, or two swamps, and I have 4 blood crypts already in play. Oh my gosh. Save us all. I don't want to have to kill the Thopter with a Dreadbore. I'll take 1 more hit here. Massacre is a potential board wipe. Oh, we flooded hard here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. No. What's up, Mike? Sword. Portable hole. F6 because I have sorcery speed stuff. Attacks. Passes the turn to me. Now we have a terminate. So X equals 2 here for Meat Hook Massacre. I'm still in the game. Only just. I love the pause because the pause means they're having to read the card. And they're having to read the card because no one in Modern plays this card. Alright, I gain a little bit of life here. It gives me the smallest of cushions. But every time I kill something, I get more cushions. What would be really nice here is to be able to just get like a K command, kill that Thopter Foundry, and then we can work off of that, right? I technically have a terminate here. Opponent technically has maybe 2 more Thopters here. I can terminate to gain 1 and prevent damage. I don't believe I have an out here other than maybe K command with some of this removal. Gonna go ahead and terminate just to save life points here. Go up to 9, go down to 8. Does their sword thing. Esper Sentinel. Sword comes back. Guess I'll Dreadboard here and pay for it and continue to flood violently here. Go up to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They can put me to 1. So if I rip a Meat Hook Massacre, we get like 1 to 2 more draws here. If I rip a Fury, what does that do for me? I don't think that's enough. 4, 5, 6. Oh, they didn't do the last one. Uh-oh, Saga. Opponent's attacking. Didn't hook up Shadow Spear. Alright. They got us game 1. Can we beat them game 2 and game 3? So Voidwalker's definitely a thing here. Blood Moon actually works, K Command, and Pithing Needles. I don't hate Thoughtseize. I don't hate Inquisition. I don't hate Damnation here. I really don't hate like my entire sideboard. Weakest stuff here. Bitter Blossom's probably too slow. Meathook's actually okay. Acolyte is eh. Dreadbore, I'd prefer Terminate here, probably. Lightning Bolt could be a better spell. Goblins are aggressive. I like that. Fable helps me dig. Eidolon's okay, puts pressure on them. $17. The land's all out. I am on the play. Maybe I don't worry about the Thoughtseize Inquisition unless I'm on the draw. Lands are terrible cards. You are right. Dan BMTG, thank you for the raid. What's up? Welcome. How was your stream? I am Fluffy and we're playing Red Black in Modern. Trying to figure out our sideboard. I wonder if Fable is just a little too slow here. Like if I took the Fables out, what does that do for me? Less card draw. Doing this, I kind of know what I want though. Wonder if this Damnation, I feel like this Damnation might be needed. They get some big Urza Sagas, but then the Blood Moon takes care of that. I don't want to be too much of a control list here. You like Fable better than Spyro. Spyro generates other tokens, which goes with our Meathook, which lets us win the game faster. Like, we can attack with a Rabblemaster, Seasoned Pyromancer, and then Meathook for 1 and burn them out. This is quicker card advantage too, the Seasoned Pyromancer. I think it's like, it just depends, because if Fable flips and I have a Fury, then that would be good too. I'm not sure. I'm never really sure about this whole Fable thing. Gosh, we're gonna keep this and pray that we don't need the black mana. Maybe I'll flood out. I mean, a pair of Furies feels pretty good, and Blood Mooning them to get rid of a Urza Saga or something plus K Command is not bad. Fetchland will immediately go get... Fetchland's going to obviously immediately go get a Swamp if we get that. Alright. Scry 2 or Prismatic. Probably just avoid the Scry 2 here. Prismatic's not going to happen, right? You like the delay of board wipe and recover? That's fair. Ooh, this is going to potentially play out very nicely for us. All right, you think they'll have the counter spell in the 2 cards that they drew? The 1 card they drew? They showed us an extra coast here. We go for it here. We don't wait. It's only 1 unknown. Was it a counter? Okay. Piece 1 done. Now, land a threat. We can kill Urza too, which is good. I need a land. I need a land for Fury so I can end this game. Don't let them draw out of this. That'll work. Eidolon is something. Still have Bolt up. Okay. Yes, there we go. Attack. I'm going to jam 1 Fury here and hope they either concede or this will do enough. Hitting for 8 a turn. That's a 2-turn clock and I have Burn in my hand. Looks good. Oh, an extra Fury too. Bam. Punch in. Pretty dead opponent. I have 7 points of burn in my hand. They use one spell, Eidolon, that's 9. Be good. All right, so my opponent knows that I have the Blood Moon now. So the question is, now that I'm on the draw, how do we interact with my opponent at the very beginning of the game to either make Blood Moon still decent enough that it causes them enough pain, or that they're worried about Blood Moon and we're fast enough and we avoid kind of the problem of, you know, the game going long. Because if the game goes long, we're in trouble. Now, I know I have all these K commands. I just think it's just Inquisition Thoughtseize I'm bringing in, potentially. And I sit there and I'm like, are the Eidolons good enough? Like, maybe it's just these two to disrupt at the beginning of the game, hoping that I find Voidwalker and then into my 3-drop suite. Like, Eidolon's good, but maybe it's not that good in this game. Making me wonder if bolts would be interesting to have for, like, attack with a token they block and I bolt something. No, I still think I play the Blood Moons because this helps me with against the Urza's Saga. I don't want them to be just getting all the value out of Urza's Saga. Which a Pithy Needle can still hit, but I think the Urza's Saga is worth... Even if I play Blood Moon and Stone Rains and then they remove it, that would be totally fine. Saga's a pain, so Blood Moon's got to be in here, I think. I don't know if I need the Damnation because now I'm more on the defensive side and then like just ditch the Eidolons entirely. Play like a pair of Fables or play a Damnation and a Fable. And just neglect the Eidolons totally. I don't know if like if I get the Blood Moon, if I need the Eidolons to finish the game faster. It's tough. Yeah, it's a rage deck. It's stick a Blood Moon, kill them as fast as you can. Different than the scam lists that are like try to tear apart the hand and land just Fury or Grief and win the game. I'm about like getting to turn 3 and after. I feel like these Eidolons are wrong, and I'm going to bring a Fable and a... Maybe just 2 Fables. Let's do 2 Fables. I think the Eidolons can be quick here. My opponent's seen them. Pithy Needle on Thopter would be interesting here. Winota and Yagma's not really my thing, so probably not. I know my opponent can have Prismatics too. Let's see what a Pithy Needle does for us. That blue immediately fetches it. Like, I don't hate just slamming Pithy Needle here. Ooh, Rabble Master, all right. And this is just Thopter Foundry, I think. Could it be Urza's Saga too? Nah, I'm good with the K command, right? Thopter Foundry's gotta be it. Like, I have K command plus Fury plus Massacre. It's gotta be enough to get around the Urza's Saga if they play one right here. Okay. Tap land, pass turn. Then we have, could do Seasoned. Could just hold up K command. Basic. Look at all those basics. I think I'm just killing and maybe even getting rid of Witching Well while they're tapped out here. That way things are small. Cast, destroy 2 damage. So destroy artifact 2 damage. That way, like, Fury is still a thing. Meat Hook could still be a thing here as well. Obviously, they're going to go get something, but this is a pseudo Stone Rain for them. I don't get to kill the artifact that they're going to get right now, but I don't think this artifact is going to matter as much. It's probably going to be like Shadow Spear or something. And we're at that place where we might just play Meat Hook and start getting the value of like Goblin Rabble Master token generated, attack, do its thing. What is this? Sacrifice, exile the top 2 cards of your library, choose one of them until end of turn. Your next turn, you may play unearth cards. Oh, it's an unearth thing. Okay. Basic mana base. Pumpkin spice lattes. All right, this is a great opportunity to kill both of these. And I'm trying to decide. You think it's Fury, Pitch, Rabble, play Season Pyromancer? I almost was leaning towards Fury, Pitch, Season Pyromancer, play Rabble Master plus Pithing Needle on something. Maybe Thopter Foundry number 2 Pithing Needle. And just get damage in. I think I'm going to go more damage. I don't think it's Pitch Rabble. I value Rabble Master very highly. That is just something I do. That is just something I do. And I'm telling you, I am really tempted here to play this Pithy Needle onto another Thopter Foundry, because I think that's what gets me here. I don't think there's a whole... I mean, like, if they play Urza Saga, maybe I'm upset that I put 2 on Foundry, but I think Foundry is the worst thing that I could be seeing here. I could have named potentially this card, but I don't think this card matters. Prismatic and Portables my opponent finds. That's pretty good stuff. Fetch or Shocks into Steam Vents gets rid of Rabble Master. All right, so they get rid of the Rabble Master. Can't say I could have played around that too well. Season Pyromancer would be 2 cards deeper here. So we'll just keep in mind that. I guess we'll just go ahead and find out what those next cards were. What up, Salty Saint Nick? How's it going? Welcome, everybody. Hope your day is going well. That's a lot of lands. Not what I want to see. All right, in for 1, I'd prefer to have probably Meat Hook in play now. Let's try to find something that's not a land. Thank you. I hope your stream went well. Unearth this card. They get to do this again. They see Smith plus Sentinel. There are no lands there. Maybe they'll put Esper Sentinel because they just have the 1. Bitter Blossom would be good. Except I think I put that to the sideboard for right now. Exiles the Smith. So they have the land drop. They play the Smith. They get to look at top cards for artifacts, right? Something like that. Good. I'm glad it was good. It's always good to have a good stream. Thank you so much for the raid. Esper Sentinel is in hand now. Oh, come on, deck. I do have another mountain. Let's go grab that out of the list. I have some pretty dead draws, not going to lie. They're at 10. Esper Sentinel played. This grows. That's such a bad player. Draws all the lands. I am drawing all the lands, aren't I? Fury would be good here. Blood Moon's not the greatest. There goes a token, right? Gets rid of 1 Pithy Needle with Boardable Hole. Aether Spell Bomb. They can return a creature to hand. Oh my gosh, come on. Where are the non-lands? Let's attack with Seasoned Pyromancer Pass. My opponent's at 8, and I have 4K commands. I've got a pair of bolts. I've got Furies. I have Rabble Masters, Fables, Squeeze, Pyromancers. You know, I have a lot of other things than these lands. The lands are going to get me here. My opponent's going to get it, I think. Smith grows here. Smith now blocks Seasoned Pyromancer. You don't do anything with Smith, though. Fury is still a good draw. Oh my gosh. Lands. Just going to pass this turn. Oh. I have another mountain to go get, so I'm going to go get that, and I'll show you all those great cards I have now. Draws a card with Spell Bomb. Saga. So Blood Moon's even a relatively decent draw here. Thopter Foundry, but that's covered by Pithy Needle right now. They're one card away from removing that Pithy Needle, though. Smith is now a 4/4, making this a little bit difficult to kill. All right. I have Blood Moons. Voidwalker would be okay because it could kind of get through, right? Fable would draw cards. Fury would remove stuff. Inquisition Thoughtseizer maybe not the greatest. We have K-Command and Lightning Bolt to try to reach and finish them off. I'm telling you, we got cards. And I have about 6 lands left. Marsh Flats and Bloodstained Mires. Yeah, about 6. Can we avoid those 6 cards and just give me something here? Drawing another land is literally impossible. All right, it's the least impactful card here. Because I'm sure my opponent has just about nothing in their hand. Maybe a Metallic Rebuke I'm going to take here. Thopter. Okay, they have a land. Pass turn. No attacks. Pass turn. Infinite Troll tax. Saga makes a big thing. What did they top deck here? They play the Thopter I know about. Smith grows. It's a 5/5 now. Land played. They attack with the 5/5. We're going to turn off our auto yield so I can block here and then see some Pyromancer back. Okay. K-Command? Voidwalker. Okay. I'm going to play Voidwalker here and pass turn. I'm afraid they're going to get Shadow Spear here. I'm going to defend with everything I have, hopefully. I'm hoping I can just chump block the Smith, but with 2 Saga tokens here, I'm just concerned I'm not gonna have enough here. A Massacre would win me this game, it looks like. But I think they're gonna get Shadow Spear. Man, if I could have just not drawn lands, right? Just not drawn lands. 9/9 lifelink trample. I'll chump block the 1. I'll take 9. Let's see what we top deck. K-Command is still pretty good here. K-Command, kill this. Pick up Fury. Fable is not enough, I don't think. What is in... You could play their Saga. Play Fable out. Pay the tax. Put the Saga into play. I don't think this is enough, right? I can play, right? It's a play card. I can play it this turn. Just makes more chump blockers. I'm going to do it. I don't have many outs here. Where'd it go? Can I not play it? There it is. I'm like, where'd it go? 9. Chump, chump. 3 in front of this. 6. 7. I go to 1 here. I go to 1 if they have no artifact. If they have an artifact, I lose. Dang it. This feels so terrible. There's so many answers. I found all my lands. Oh, and it is sort of the Meek, of course. So equip that up to the life linker. You got me, opponent. Yep. Dang it. I can block 5 of the life linker. Send it all, opponent. Send it all. You have to, I think, right? Yeah, send. Yeah, it's a chump here, it's a chump here, and it's everything in front of this. Could be done like this, but there you go. Opponents got it. They got their 5-0. We got stuck behind some lands here. A little bit unfortunate considering we have so many K commands too. Bummer. All right. All good though. 2-1. 2-1. Let's go for that 4-1. Dang. And it was even smart to put the Pithing Needle on 2 Thopters. They weren't able to ever use those Thopters either. It was just Saga got too big. If I would have put the... If I were able to put the Pithing Needle on Urza's Saga, though, then they just hit whichever one they needed to with that prismatic ending when they did. Probably would have hit the Thopter, and then I would have been buried in the Thopter value right there. I only had 6 lands left, though. Out of 22 lands available, I drew 16 of them. And I say draw. Pretty close to that. I did fetch for some of those lands, obviously. I drew a lot. Drew a lot of those lands. All right. It's behind us, though. Next match, we're technically 2-1. Let's mulligan here. We'll keep this, ditch a meat hook. And kick things off. MTG bot looks to be stuck, so we'll just update people on the scores. Stomping Ground. Shocks in a Stomping Ground. We have an Abundant Growth. Interesting. Okay. This Enchantress, maybe? Like something that's 4-color, maybe? Unstuck. If only. If only. I'm going to play Rabblemaster first. See if we can get in some damage here. Looks like I get to make a Goblin token, whether they wanted that to happen or not. The bot is dead. Triome played here. Sultai. All the colors in the world. What are they going to do with them? What are they going to do with the colors here? Fetches at Misty, Temple Garden, green mana tapped, white mana, call, Fury, pitch Fury, kill the board. Okay. I see. We're going to play Bitter Blossom here. I like this with the potential of the meat hook here as a quick way to end this game. And we possibly can just keep the Terminate open going forward here. And I can pitch Fury if I need to. Oh, never mind. Teferi's going to bounce this. All right. Let's replay this out. I'll let Teferi... I can't let Teferi sit here for a turn. I need to have my access to my Terminate, I think. Let's kill Teferi past turn. I like access to Terminate here. Good old Renin 6. Picks up a land. So the question is, what are they doing? They just look like they're 4-color, like, good stuff or whatever. I'm unclear. Well, let's take a peek. Let's see what's going on. Teferi, Solitudes, Risen Reef, Elish Norn. All right, so we're just the Elementals list. I think Terminate is slightly better because I can interact with creatures. And I think it's important to be able to interact with the creatures at instant speed. All right, Flooded Strand. My opponent can now start hard casting Solitudes. They pick off one of my cards here. I mean, it can be. I think we have to kind of look at it a little bit, though, that there's many times where I would just be hopefully attacking to kill them, and the Planeswalker wouldn't really matter. Although, it's been a while since we played this list, and it does seem like it's very difficult for us to establish any sort of board state here. We haven't played it since, really, Fury was played aggressively by lots of people. This is proving to be very difficult to get around, though. Let's go ahead and Bolt Fury. Don't need that. Pass turn. They are having to kill every single token, though. If we were having the option to attack with these tokens, they would be dead if we had about 3 of them. Ren is obviously making this somewhat difficult to have a token stick. Fetches. What else we got going on here? Another Risen Reef. Second Risen Reef. 2 triggers. Land drop plus. Land drop. All the land drops. Lucky for me, I can kill the Risen Reefs here. And we will do exactly that. It does kill mine, but I don't need those Risen Reefs. Getting a lot of value here. All right, gain a little bit of life here. That offsets Bitter Blossom to some degree. My opponent has Solitude and an active Renin 6. We're going to be able to play this Fable next. Opponent top decks Teferi. May bounce Bitter Blossom here. And does so. Draws a new card. Picks up a land, plays the land. We have 2 fetches for my opponent. We will shock in here, player Fable, player Bitter Blossom, pass a turn. Unfortunately, our stuff doesn't die. If it were to die, rather than be exiled, Meat Hook would help. Maybe they hit my Bitter Blossom tokens and they take a point every now and then, but I have a feeling we're going to be just battling against the lifelink that Solitude brings, and it's not going to matter too much here for our opponent. Another land. Solitude unknown card. Ripping a Fury here would be nice, although Solitude second one will take care of that. Picks up a land. Upticks with Teferi. Another Bitter Blossom. I'm not sure we want to do that. Let's go ahead and use the ability here. Well, I didn't want to land either. So another Solitude here, and then my opponent gains 6. Picks that off. They lose a life. They attack for 3. They put me to 6. They go back up to 14. Yeah, they know they have no reason to play this other Solitude into play. Fable flips, extra Bitter Blossom token, and a Thoughtseize. And we can concede here. They ping this, and they get this with the Solitude. All right, so it's all the elementals. So Blood Moon. Blood Moon, K-Command looks a little bit weaker here. Pithy Needles look fine. Void Walker is probably, doesn't matter. Damnation looks good. Inquisition Thoughtseize maybe. Eidolon's out. They seem to have trouble with the Bitter Blossom. They do have Furies. Acolyte out. I'll go down 1 Inquisition. I don't need all of them. I'm on the play. Maybe I'll bring it in on the draw. No Blood Moon, but Squee does get annoying, so we'll try it. Can't always mull for Blood Moon. Just got the 3 lands. Gotta just take sometimes what you got. Good old Flooded Strand for our opponent. Immediate fetch too. Temple Garden, Abundant Grove. So they're just playing the old like Omnath Elementals 4-color list, it feels like. Let's go ahead and see what's going on. Opponent. Risen Reef, call, Omnath. Risen Reef gets in my way. The calls go get a Solitude, though. Kind of hate all of this. Take the Risen Reef. I kind of hate all of that. It's really hard for me to beat because I'm going to be like throwing creatures on the battlefield. We'll go get our Swamp just in case I top deck a Blood Moon. And I'm going to lead with Squee next turn. Next turn. Oh, look, it's Blood Moon. Check it out. All right, they'll call. They got an island here. Wonder what they're going to go get. Risen Reef. Okay. And that's playable still because of the Abundant Growths. And they can't play a Teferi still, technically. All right. I'm going to pitch Season Pyromancer, and we're just going to goblin them to death. We're doing this to get rid of Risen Reef here. And I think I'm going to sacrifice... go Good old squee first. Get in the most damage of 3 before they decide, okay, I'll go get a Solitude or something. All right, go squee. Down to 12. We would need another swamp to play our Meat Hook, but we kind of noticed that my opponent exiles a lot of stuff. Maybe I don't. Maybe I get rid of the Meat Hook next turn. Prismatic Ending gets rid of Blood Moon. It's pretty good for the turn. Just gonna play a Rabble Master, swing with the goblins past turn. Bolt was nice to find. Maybe we can end this game before they can find a way to stop us. Windswept Heath. What's kind of cool here is I think I can win with just Meat Hook here. If I draw a land, Meat Hook for 1. Meat Hook for 2. 1 Bolt. Played a Triome tapped. Leyline of Binding, that gets rid of Rabble Master. This is still lethal? I will wait for my opponent to interact with us, but this is lethal. No interaction. All right, we're going to game 3 here against our opponent. I think I'm gonna bring in one more Inquisition instead of a Meat Hook. Instead of something else. Let's take one Pithy Needle out. I want to interact with their hand. I know that the Pithy Needle gets rid of Teferi and Renin 6. If I could interact with their hand, I'd be happier. I'm gonna keep this because if my opponent needs stuff to go after my Blood Moon, then this hand will just run them over. So we're playing they're looking for stuff to get a Blood Moon out of the way. My opponent also did Mold of 4, so we have a very good shot here of just making them stumble enough if I can find the 3rd land. I'm probably not going to worry about getting a second black here, or just the Marsh Flats black, because I don't see it mattering. Now my opponent's got all the lands they need with the Renin 6 here. Whoops. Meant to play Bleeder Blossom. It's okay. We're so focused on needing that 3rd land. Whoops. Tap land, picks it up with Renin 6. I'm going to fetch, like I said. Okay, let's get that 3rd land. Make it worth it. 3rd land. There we go. Start with a Rabble Master. I think I'm just going to send it at face. Solitude's the Rabble Master. We got to keep the token. All right, so my opponent stumbled on there. I stumbled on the not playing Bitter Blossom. We'll call it even now. But yeah, I'm going to go face here. If they want a downtick to get rid of Rabble's token, that's fine with me. And they do. Land and Omnath would be really bad for us, but it doesn't look like they have that. I'm going to Thoughtseize Bitter Blossom here. Nothing. All right. Off we go. Opponent's got a top deck. We got the Rabbles. Let's make it happen. I was worried about a Solitude. That's why I Thoughtseized. We got nah. This is good to see. We got this. They had to burn the Solitude early. We're gonna make tokens. Oh, we're just doing all rabbles. All rabbles. All rabble masters. Let's go. Let's end this game. Just draw Moon. That's true. Moon would really wreck them too. I don't know how they catch up here though. Even if they got like Fury or Solitude, I feel like I have enough creatures that I could just manage that. Pings off a Goblin token. Untaps Bitter Blossom. Rabble number 2 here. No. All Rabbles first, so that when Squeak comes in, the Rabbles are the max when they attack. Rabble's a faster clock. And I'm ignoring Ren and 6. Ren and 6 doesn't matter. If they Solitude what? Rabble Master block here? No dice for them, though. Alright, I think we've got this one. My opponent did mulligan down quite a bit, but the Rabble Masters squeeze, just the constant pressure. And our little mistake there didn't cost us too much. Feels good to take one here. Using old-fashioned Rabble Master. But yeah, the next play is Squee here. If they like somehow board wipe this, then we're good. All right. And it sounds like my opponent had an unfortunate set of getting flooded out, which we did that not too long ago. 3-1, going for that 4-1. Let's finish off the night with a win, shall we? Shall we? Only stumbling just a little bit in our super flooded out game against the earlier opponent. My gut tells me we're looking at a list that maybe we'll need to revisit a few times. Maybe not the Meat Hook Massacre portion of it, but the rest has been working really nicely. $10 game. All right, last match. Found an opponent. We're going second. They have Ragavan as their avatar as well. Hey, Acolyte's in here. All right. We have a reasonable hand. We will keep it. Let's see what we're playing against. Oh, crap. It's Burn. All right. Well, this will be interesting. Season Pyromancer off the top. I have a Bolt to get rid of Goblin Guide. I'm going to fetch my basic Mountain before attacks because I'm going to Bolt here. This is going to be an interesting one. Fury revealed on top. All right. Luckily, I shouldn't have to take any more damage, which is good. Are they going to play Eidolon? Rift Bolt. And Rift Bolt. All right. I get to play Eidolon into this and let them decide if they want those Rift Bolts to go face or one go to Eidolon. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. This is the second time we ran into Burn later in the league. Very interesting. They go face. They're going face here. Okay. I'll probably take 2 play Chandra because Chandra's 2 extra points of damage every turn. There's an Arid Mesa. I don't know if they have a Searing Blaze. They do. They do. Okay. Down to 8. Down to 5. It's not good. It's not good. All right, Chandra played here. Make some elemental tokens and attack with them. This way I don't have any creatures in there for a Searing Blaze. You like the Spyro? This makes the 2 anyway, right? So Riftbolt suspended plus an Eidolon in play. I can Season Pyromancer now. Dig towards Meat Hook. That would be something. But I need things on the battlefield, right? I guess the Eidolon, the triggers here for Chandra would work. Okay, we're going to make 2 elemental tokens. We're going to attack with these. This puts them to 8. I'm going to play my Eidolon. My opponent has to top deck something here. I'll play my Bloodstained Mire, but I'm not going to fetch here. They're at 8. Riftbolt coming off. That will put me to 2. That would put them to 6. If I get to attack with Eidolon plus the Chandra tokens, then they die to any spell that they play. But I have to avoid something here. I could still handle a Searing Blaze because they wouldn't have the land. Let's see what they draw. Ah, dang it. Found the Lava Spike. Bummer. Bummer. Typical burn slow roll. I don't think they slow rolled anything. All right, Chalices come in for this matchup. Bitter Blossoms can be cut here. I actually don't hate a Blood Moon, possibly. We'll bring Inquisition over Thoughtseize. K-Command, possibly, over Thoughtseize. Yeah, I don't hate this. I don't hate this. That'll work. Burn's going to be a little bit tough. Being on the play is better. Blood Moon stops some of the cards like Boros Charm and Helix, typically. I do have quite a few like fetch land style things. This hand's pretty okay. I get to actually play Pathway out here and not take any damage. It looks like holding up Bolt in case they have a hasty creature. I might play the Meat Hook fairly early in this game. I'm lucky to have some of these lands don't hurt me. It's nice. Creature? Yeah, there we go. Get out of here, you goblin. You goblin. All right, what are we top decking? It was a land. It was a land. Blood Crypt to be exact. Get to play that tap, pass turn. And now, I think we're good. We have some basics here. We can play those rather than taking damage off of a Shocked Blood Crypt. Dashes in a monkey. I'm going to leave K-Command open next turn. Steals a Prismatic Vista from us. I still think it's save K-Command for a monkey here. I'd love to be able to put the Meat Hook down. I don't think Season Pyromancer and just ditching some stuff smart here. Yeah, the Vista was good to not see there. And this is a pretty easy kill monkey, make them discard. So discard 2 damage. Looks good to me. Yeah. If I get a spot removal, maybe I just put Meat Hook Massacre in. Like, just for 0. Fetches and shocks a Sacred Foundry. There's no way they keep this monkey alive, right? They just want to do damage to me. Wow. Wow. Boros Charm to make it indestructible. Discards a Skewer, attacks for 2. 16, 15. Goes over a swamp. Let's put a Fable into play. Yeah, that was a lot of damage that they didn't send to my face. I really want to get this Massacre in play, so that's going to be the next one that we play. I'm surprised by that. I don't know if I would have Boros Charmed like they did. Opponent Lava Spikes me. Skewers away the token. Plays Monkey. 2 goes over a Lightning Bolt. We'll probably fire that off. I'm going to 8. Yeah, I'm going to need this Meat Hook out. Fury would be nice, but I'm going to ditch just Bloodstain Mire. Well, I guess I could hang on to the Terminate here. We'll just pass so I can kill this stupid monkey. Because when I kill the monkey, I gain life. And Fable will flip. And I can play like Seasoned Pyromancer, keep the Terminate if they don't play monkey here. My opponent chooses not, I repeat, not to play monkey there. All right, Rabble Master, let's show him who's boss. Big brain. I mean, the only thing I can think of is that what they're going to do here is they're just going to try to burn me out and not put any more creatures into play. If I get to attack this turn and next turn with Reflections, I probably win. Soul Read on the Terminate. I know, right? My opponent did not have the stop set up on main phase, it looks like. But did not kill Rabble Master after the fact. I don't think they ever planned to do that. I don't think they ever planned to kill Rabble Master there. We're gonna try to kill him here with Reflections, copying Rabble Master's swing with the team. Helix is me. Helix is Rabble Master, sorry. Interesting. Okay. How much can I do here? 6, 7. Do I even bother with the Fury, or do I leave the Terminate open? I think I leave the Terminate open. Pyro, copy Pyro. If I copy Pyro, I may not have the Terminate open. Oh. All right. Chalice on 1 feels very solid. Attack for the pair, pass turn. That stops Bolt, Spikes, Ragavan. There's no way they have Smash. There's no way they brought Smash in. 8 to 13. Land drop. Searing Blaze? Yep, Searing Blazes. Poor Kiki. Opponent goes to 12. I can't imagine I'm fetching with the Marsh Flats here. They're at 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bolt doesn't do it for me either. I almost hate playing this and losing the Terminate. But I don't think I'm going to be terminating anything either. I'm going to do 1 short here. If they kill anything, I'm good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Eidolon. Yeah, we're good. We did it. There's no way they got me, right? Right? No two spells. No two spells. Woohoo! Yeah. Dash is stopped by the Chalism one. Dash is indeed stopped by the Chalice on 1. Now they're going to have those smash to smithereens in there. All right, we'll go for it. I think I'm an underdog here, though. Ooh. All right, we're going to keep this hand. I mean, how do you not? Smash or not? How do you not keep a Chalice? Well, the Terminate became useless because they didn't dash it in the turn that I expected them to. They stopped dashing. I was like, excuse me, please continue. Sacred Foundry tapped here coming in. No turn 1 play for our lovely opponent here. Sanctifier. We can get rid of that with a Meat Hook. We will be jamming a Chalice on 1 most likely here. Second red, I believe, is the smarter play here. All right, Chalice on 1, go, opponent. They attack with Sanctifier. I put a Goblin into play. If I top deck this land. Oh, please don't smash this. Oh my gosh, they had to smash immediately. They just smashed immediately. They just saw it and were like, smash. All right, I hit a land. That's at least good. I can terminate the Goblin. I can try the Sanctifier here. We'll do exactly that. Trying to hold Fury because I'm going to have to catch up real fast here. We need a land off the top. Come on, Goblin Guide. Give it to me. Yes. Oh, and it's such a good land. All right, that'll let me kill Sanctifier. Maybe they'll play a second Sanctifier here. I'm at 10. They're at 16. Riftbolt suspended, but no follow-up. I'll need more red after this. Go, Meat Hook. One of my few ways to get rid of Sanctifier. Gotta live on the edge, Oz. I don't think I have time for Seasoned Pyromancer there. I'd have to shock as well. Boros charms me. Then they're going to 3 me with the Rift Bolt, but I'm at 7. What's better? Rabblemaster or Squee here? My gosh, my opponent, they totally have the Searing Blaze, but like, that's okay. I guess Rabblemaster's is better here. I played a land already, so K-command them. I don't care if they Searing Blaze me. If they Searing Blaze me, they have it. I can't play this Eidolon here. That's what I would like to be doing. Like, Searing Blaze right here is okay. If they land drop Searing Blaze, it's only worth 2. It's not worth 3. I might be doing Seasoned Pyromancer next, plus Squee, and trying to win the game. Oh, what are we doing? Oh, Searing Blaze is my token. Oh no, sorry, I'm not. Oh, shoot. Why am I thinking that it's gain life there? It's not gain life, it's they lose life. Now I lose to a bolt. I had to put something into play anyway. Oh my gosh, they have nothing, or they're slow rolling me. Don't slow roll me. Now that I've untapped, I could K command myself here. 2 damage and discard, so discard 2 damage here. If I top deck land that's untappable, I would get to play Squee here. Now I gained a life. No, I lost a life. All right. I've got my meat hooks backwards with where I gain life versus draining our opponents. We get the 3-2 though. Not bad. Not bad. I could see this list being tweaked a little bit. Meat Hook Massacre, obviously that's kind of the core of the list, and the idea is that you're getting to play that and you're draining your opponent a lot quicker. We noticed Bitter Blossom, while it put pressure on opponents, it didn't always have like the right style of pressure, and there's a lot of ways that people could interact with Bitter Blossom to make it just like hit us for a couple and they cleared up the tokens no problem. K Command was an all-star. Fable did okay. Season Pyromancer did okay. Rabblemaster and Squee combination was really the highlight of this list, with Meat Hook to just kind of follow it up. Your typical Fury, Lightning Bolt, Inquisition, Thoughtseize stuff did what it was supposed to as well. Ragavan probably comes in for Bitter Blossom. The unfortunate thing is that the idea is Bitter Blossom, 1, 2, 3 things. You attack, you attack, you attack for those 4 turns, and then you Meat Hook, and you get some value out of it. But it might just be Monkey. Everything has Monkey in it. Trying to play something different than Monkey. Blood Moon was really good. You could probably bring that in for the Bitter Blossom and splash the black for like the Inquisition, Thoughtseize, Terminates, and K commands and be pretty happy with it, honestly. You know, just maybe like not the Meat Hook and you just have the splash of black to like help with Red Rage. And that's probably where you could take this list. And then you'd sure up the mana base to accompany a heavier red mana base. Because, I mean, the Eidolons at this point, Rabblemaster, Squee, Season Pyromancers, and Furies, plus Bolts is getting close to that Red Rage list. Anyway, but Red-Black didn't do too bad. I need to remember, I had the Massacre stuff flipped, so I need to remember that in our future. Perhaps we'll run this again. It did well. I was pleased with it.